Okay, hey Barry. So, three watches. Three watches. First one, 9:15. Assuming that means September 2015, last year, this was potentially serviced. This is in Lake Non-Sua. It is 1985. February of 1985. February of 1985. Second semester of my junior year in high school. Good days. Good times, good days. Back to the Future and all that. The watch definitely has been serviced. It's not unserviced. It's clean. There's definitely a tiny amount of lubrication right here. So that's pretty good. And the numbers are terrible. They're dropping off a bit. It's out of adjustment though. 1.9 beat error. It's relatively flat. The amplitude's not bad. It's up to you if you wanted to go ahead and have this serviced. If it were mine, I might just adjust it and leave it be. The one thing is that the seals, at least this caseback seal, is old. It's flat. So at the very least, I mean, this is the easiest seal to replace, and this seal has not been replaced. So I have to assume the rest of the seals are bad too. The numbers are still dropping. Yeah, they're doing okay. So that's something you're going to need to decide on. It's not running badly. The numbers are definitely dropping. It's interesting that somebody would service the watch and then they wouldn't replace the seals. I don't quite grasp that. That's odd. Okay, let's talk about the next watch. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, if somebody went to the trouble of actually, servicing the darn watch, why not do the whole kit and caboodle? Why not get it all done? Because the case back on this one was loose too. I didn't have to work very hard to get it off. Okay, let's look at the next watch now, and then we're going to come back and talk cosmetics on everything. Next one, 6105. Yeah, it's scanning at the same time. The numbers aren't. Let's see, what are you doing? It's having some troubles here. Having some troubles. It's running really super duper poorly. It claims it's running at 199. I don't know that I believe that. Because it also says that it has beat error of 0.7, and that's not a 7 beat error. I don't think those numbers are right at all. It's barely ticking over, and I don't know, it doesn't look healthy. Yeah, no, they're the real numbers. 143, 138. Yeah, it's. Whoo boy, lordy, it needs servicing. Okay, but that's not a surprise. It's an original watch. It's not bad, actually. I think it's a low miles piece, and we'll certainly know more about that when we talk cosmetics. I think it's a low miles piece. It just desperately needs service. Needs seals. Caseback seal is junk. Crown needs to be rebuilt. 139. Okay, let's talk about the next one. It's always fun. Three watches in one job. I think I'm going to have to get to the point where I'm going to have to stop taking work for a while. I'm getting close to a year again. It's not fair to people to have to wait so long. Oh, Lord. Really? Really? For real? No, this is another one. It's barely running. My machine's not hearing correctly. These numbers aren't right. That's wrong. That is super duper wrong. See how wavery and wobbly the lines are? A watch running with that high amplitude would not have wavery, wobbly lines like that. My machine is not hearing it. The watch is barely running. It's very, very weak. It's not a happy watch. And you can see it's trying to hold those numbers. That's because it can't hear and it's trying to listen. There we are, 133. Yeah, it's barely running. But I mean, cosmetically, it's nice. All right, let's talk cosmetics. Yeah, not running so hot. Some nice watches, though, cosmetically. Some very nice watches. Let me pull this back up here a little bit. Okay. We have some nice watches. Yeah, like this one. Oh, no, not this one. This one. Yeah, look at the frosting on the case back around the tsunami. Isn't that pretty? But this, what a treasure, huh? Look at that. A little bit of patina inside the hands here. Just a teeny bit, but beyond that, it's a late 6105, and so it's got these 6105s had all these different lume fills. As they got later, it sort of got this sort of really super fine grain fill that had these little pillowy hummocks and hillocks on it, and every now and then the lume would overflow the lume wells, and you see that here in a couple places. They changed it. The early ones had really big grains, and a fairly flat high fill. You see a mix of them. That's a nice piece though. Look, and the case is, I mean, it has some wear. This is really just what I like. It has some wear from, and some shine, but no abuse, like no hacking to the case at all. Yeah, some tool marks in the case back. That's a nice watch. Nice, like ivory cast to the lume. Look at perfect insert. That's a nice watch. This one's good, unfaded. Original little bit of pepper to the lume. Not bad. Another good watch. Same basic condition as this one, actually. They're sort of the same. This one's a little fresher. And also, it's a little fresher, less wear in the case, but more pecking. So it's like the watch wasn't worn as long, but it was worn by somebody who was more careless. Yeah, you can see there's a hit up here. You sort of get a sense of who these people were who owned these things. You go to the store, you buy one of these things brand new, you wear it for a little bit, and you're like, I don't want it anymore. And next thing you know, it ends up on eBay. Very strange. Good watches, man. Good watches. 3 good watches. Very happy to see them. 3 good watches. Okay, well, I mean, it's all pretty straightforward to me. None of them are particularly worn. They all need servicing. Your 6105... Your 6105 crystal's pretty decent. I'm looking at it. The surface isn't bad. I'd probably just clean the crystal and leave it. Crown rebuild, case rebuild with seals. All of them need case rebuilds. This one's going to need that special crown rebuild that pretty much myself and one other person in the UK are doing commercially. Nobody else in the world does it. The rest of them, they just need what they need. Nice. Very nice. Okay, Barry. Can do. It's going to be a while. Man, I got a lot of work ahead of you. I'm so sorry, but we'll get it done. Okay, we'll see ya.